folks. I hope you're all well and coping well with the lockdown. It's been a really strange time for us all. In between the bad times, I think we've all had some good things happen to us as well. With me, I've really been able to focus in on what I really wanted to do with movement, so natural movement, just exploring different things. So I've got lots of interesting things to show you today. I've really missed you all, really missed my colleagues and friends, so it's great to be back again. So I'm going to start off by just showing you something that I found really useful to me, which is my toe separators. So of course when we all get back into the studio, we're all going to be wearing socks. So if you really don't like the toe socks, I've got quite a good alternative for you here. So I'm just going to sit down and show you my toe separators. Okay, they can go under any sock. And here they are, they just fit in between the toes, spread out the toes. Give you a really good base of support. And can really help with that foot position, really open out the foot, give you a good base of support. So you can wear these underneath your socks. If you're not used to having them on, just maybe 10 minutes at a time, just walking around the house in them, just getting used to them. It's just an alternative if you want to wear socks without the toe socks. Okay, so I'm going to take my socks off. For today's session, I'm actually going to be in bare feet. Of course, we'll all have socks on when we come back to the studio, but I really want you all to be able to see the feet and see the movement through the feet. Okay, so today's session, what you're going to need is just a soft area to work in and a rolled up towel or whatever you use for your head and knees. I've got two mats here, you may have the carpet, that's fine. Okay. So the next thing I want to really introduce you to is what I've been doing over the last few months, is a little bit of beam work. So balancing on a beam. Here we have my homemade beam, a piece of scaffolding pole suspended. Now this is all about proprioception, balance, all about natural movement. You can make your own. You can just have a piece of plank on the floor that you have to balance along, or even a belt. Okay, so I'm going to show you my beam just very, very briefly. Okay, it's not choreographed, it's not very pretty to watch, but it's a really, really good focus. This has really helped me focus through lockdown. It's not just about balance, it's about really focusing the mind on what you're doing. So the two main things about the beam, about this balance: you look forwards, you don't look down, and you try and stay on the beam. So here goes. Use the arms, use whatever you've got. And then back, whatever you want to do. Of course, you're going to fall off, you're going to come off, so it's really good for the ego. You're going to fail, you've got to fail before you actually succeed. So every day I come to the beam, I place my foot on the beam, and I think, oh, I'm not going to do this today, it doesn't feel great. I practice, I come off the beam, and by the end of 10 minutes, I'm actually feeling a lot happier about the beam. So really challenge yourself each day. This has been my challenge, this has been my go-to movement every day. Think about how you're going to change yourself and really change things around. Okay, so we're going to start off now with our alignment, thinking about our alignment. So standing alignment, just have a look down at the feet. Nice and tall through the body. And just think about the body parts and where they are today. How does it all feel? Okay, so we're going to start by really closing in the body. So closing the body, bend the knees, and just notice what it feels like. It feels like through the chest, it's really constricted. And then open yourself out. Create space in the body. Bend the knees slightly and have a look down at the arches of the feet. Okay, we're going to take the arches out. Bring the hands on the outside of the legs and then just push into the hands. Push into the hands and notice what happens with the arches. You'll see the arches lift and stabilise. This just reminds us that the arches are controlled by the hips and by that chain of movement. So solid through the feet, solid through the base of the toes. And just relax off again. Feet hip distance apart. Just lengthen through the spine. Think about the hips. Back up the hips. So we're going to back up the hips over the heels. We want to take the weight from the small bones at the front of the feet to the heels. The heels are much better able to have that weight through the body. Once we've backed up the hips, think about just bringing down the rib cage. Once we've brought down the ribs, lift the shoulders, release the arms, and then just have a little think about the head. So backing up the head, so think about taking the head backwards and upwards. And just see how it all feels. Breathe. Make sure the knees are relaxed, you're not tightening the knees. Okay, let's start with the feet. So, feet. Circling through the ankles. Nice big circles. Really go to the outer range of your movement. Nice, slow, big circles. Both directions. And then we're going to go through to foot pedals. So just through hands on the hips and just pedaling through the feet. There's two ways to do these foot pedals. You can move the legs without moving the hips and you just feel the lifting and the lowering of the body. Or we can take the hips into play. So side to side as we walk. Controlling the down movement through the heel, moving through the hips. With our gait cycle, we need to move the hips. It's really important to get some movement through the hips. So today we're going to focus on diagonals, contralateral movements. It's a real basic natural movement through our gait pattern. So just padding through the feet. And we're going to add a little bit of upper body movement now as well. I think it's a little easier to do it this way with the hands on the hips. So we're going to stop with the left knee forwards, bring that right shoulder forwards, and then we're going to change direction. So we're going to lead with the shoulders. You can feel the movement through the hips are coming up and down. Opposite shoulder to opposite knee. Still keeping that movement through the waist, through the hips. And you can play around with the tempo of the movement as well. So you can slow it down and you can bring it a little bit quicker. Let the arms go. So opposite arm, opposite leg as we normally do with this exercise, but really getting that rotation through the thoracics, through the rib cage, the movement through the feet and through the hips. Relaxing down through the movement. Let's think about just taking it up a little bit now. So foot pedals, but coming up with the foot. So now it becomes a little bit of a balance. Working through the feet, through the toes, to the heel. Just see how you are with that balance. Again, think about those hips, solid through the foot. toes, and then down again, and again. Breathe in as you come up, exhale as you come down, and again, up, and down. Shake it off a little bit, thinking now about the knees. Feet hip distance, just little knee bends, knees tracking over the toes. You've got the weight through the whole bottom of the feet. Soft toes. See where the knees bend to, without lifting the heels. We're going to add a little bit of arm movement now. So we're going to bend the knees, the arms float up, a little hinge through the hips. And then back, the arms come back. Stretch the fingers down to the floor. And again. Maybe a little bit higher. Nice and neutral through that back. Stretch the fingers down. Check the rib cage. Make sure you're not flaring out the ribs. Keep the ribs down, shoulders down. And again. Little hinge. Back again. Bring those arms back. This time we're going to have a little bit of head movement, so sleep with the eyes. Take the eyes to the right, let the head follow. Bring the head slowly to the left. With the eyes first, back to centre. And again, arms up. So really think about the movements. Really notice what's happening through the body. Opposite side this time. And the head to one side, and then the other, back through centre, and again, bend, stretch through the fingers, ribs down, and the last time, floating up, stretching the fingertips, strengthening through the back, left, right, and centre. Thinking about your squat now, just a simple way to think about the squat. So feet hip distance apart, whatever your squat position is. You may out-toe a little bit if that's your preferred position. I'll do this one from the side. You can keep your hands on the hips, and all we're going to do is we're just going to back the hips up. We're backing the hips up. We're going to bend at the creases at the top of the legs and the knees. So just backing the hips up and bending, coming down and up. So just getting the movement. They don't need to be really deep squats, just warming up the body. And we can float the arms forwards. Keep the shoulders in the sockets. Bring it down and then back. Just really flowing through the movement. Backing up the hips. Keeping the head neutral. We're going to just take that a little bit further now. Really slow this movement down. This is called a basketball movement. So we're going to come down to our little squat. And then we're going to rotate round to the left. As though you're picking up a baseball, a basketball, and then we're going to rotate up with the ball, pivot on the left foot, and stretch up. Coming back, take it slowly, bring the leg back, come back down into the squat, rotate, pick up the ball, and into the net. Rotate round, really good stretch to that side, and back again. So you've got to be really mindful of this movement. Rotate, pick up the ball, lift the ball up, rotate round and up. Follow with the face and eyes. Down into the squat. And again. Just do one more on this side. Lift up. Round, pivot on foot, and then back down. So we'll do the other side now. So down into the squat, think about the movement, rotate round and down slightly. keeping the back nice and neutral, of course. Pivoting on the right this time. Back to centre. And then down. Really break the movement up. And down. Up. And round. Really strong through that support leg. And again. Back down. Across. Just 2 more. Pick up the ball. Lift it over, rotate, and down. And back to the centre. Okay, shake it off a little bit. Let's have a think about the body now as a big cross. Okay, you've got your arms and your legs, and you're in a big cross. Everything's linked together, back and front, opposite diagonals, lots of slings involved in the body. We're going to do a little rotation now. So, we're just going to bring up the right leg, bring up the left leg. Just get the movement going first of all. And then we're going to take the arms, and we're just going to rotate round towards the opposite knee. And again, keeping the back nice and neutral, so we're not rounding, we're keeping nice and straight. We don't have to touch, we're just rotating, nice and slowly, planting the foot down each time. As high as you want to with the knee. Just getting a little bit of movement through the body. You can just do the top half. If the balance is getting a little bit difficult, or we can stop the top half and just do a little knee raise. That's more the balance as well. Okay, relax down. Okay, balance again. We're going to do some back reaches. So from the side, we're going to stabilise with the right leg. I'm just going to take the left leg back. So into a little lunge. We're not too upright with this lunge. We're leaning forward slightly. Strong front leg on the toe of the back leg. Okay, we've got the arms floating forwards. From here, we're just going to come back. We're going to do the same leg again. Slide it back or take it back. Feel the toes. A little bit of a lean through the body, strong through the front leg. Just get the movement before we start to increase. So we're going to do a few on each side. So that's 3, 4, 5. And changing sides. So strong through the left leg this time. Slide the leg back or just take the toes back. Think about that front knee. You're at an angle with the body, the arms float forward to help you balance, and then back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so from here, we're going to take the leg. We're going to take the leg back, and we're going to come up to a little balance. Bring the leg down. Opposite leg this time, so taking the leg back, and balance, and down. Sometimes a little bit easier and you go a little bit quicker. If you slow it down, it can be a little bit more difficult. So, back to a balance. And the opposite side, back to a balance. Have a go with that at home if you want to practice that one. The next exercise we're going to do in the same vein really is we're going to take the knee forward. So we're going to do a front lunge this time. Just get the movement first of all. Nice natural step forwards. You don't have to overstep. Just check the knee doesn't overshadow the toes. Getting a nice natural movement through the legs. And then we're going to take it forwards with the right leg into that lunge. And I'm going to take the leg back. So forward to the lunge. And slide back to the lunge. Slide. It doesn't matter if you're a little bit wobbly. The amount of reps you do on each side is really up to you, how you're feeling. I'm just going to do one more on this side, we'll change sides. Okay, so put it forwards, and taking the leg back, pressing with the toes. This is our natural movement patterns. We're really thinking about patterns of movement here. And back again. Whatever you want to do with the arms, you can bring them forwards or have them down. Just think about the legs. Just 2 more. Shake those legs out. Okay, we're going to come down to the floor now. Come down to the floor. Make sure you've got your head towel ready. I've got both of these mats out here. We're going to do a little bit of movement through our next couple of movements. So I'm going to come down into 4-point kneeling. I'm kneeling on the soft mat here. If you've got problems with the knees, I've got an alternative for you in a second, which I'll show you. So we're coming down into our 4-point kneeling. So spreading out the fingers. Good contact between the knuckles and the floor. Knees below the hips. Really stable through the body. If the wrists are a little bit of a problem, I'm sure you've all got alternatives. You can come on to the fists, or roll up the mat, or I can show you the supine exercise that you can do instead. So from your 4-point kneeling, curl the toes under. Keep the head looking forward so you're active through the shoulders. You've got the weight nice and even through these 4 points. And we're going to rock, so you're going to come backwards, a nice neutral spine, sit on the heels as far as you feel comfortable, and then we're going to rock forwards, feeling weight through the arms, through the wrists. Notice how it feels through the body, and then back again. Now this movement, this rocking movement, is a neuromuscular exercise. It's one of our foundation movements that we learn to do as a child, and it just connects all the patterns of muscles and nerves together. So this rocking movement is quite soothing, it's quite good as the base for other exercises. Keeping the back nice and neutral. Have a play around with the toes. You can bring the toes flat if you wish. You bring the heels in. Have a play around with the toes, with the feet. As you rock backwards and forwards. The head must stay up. over to the opposite side. Just feeling that weight transference. So loading through the lateral sides of the body now. And back into the centre. This time we're going to stretch out the right leg behind us. Push into that heel. Feel the stretch down the leg. And then toe off. Bring the weight through the wrists a little bit. And again, stretching through that back leg and forwards. We all want to look behind us and see what the leg's doing. Try and keep the head active and looking forward slightly. And then we're going to change legs. Slide the leg out, the hip bones are looking down, toes curled under, pushing into the heel, stretching through that leg. Just backwards and forwards. And just one more. Okay. The next movement we're going to do is crawling. It's a natural movement. Okay, it might look a little bit strange, but give it a go. It's a good base for a lot of different things. We get a lot. It's our gait pattern, it's our movement, it's our shoulders and hips working in unison together. So just give it a go and you've got a good surface. I'm going to show you the alternatives if you've got knee problems or you want to do it on your back, but we'll just have a go with the crawling first. Again, hands nice and spread, fingers spread, and we're just going to crawl. So opposite knee, opposite arm, come forwards. Just going to crawl. The head must stay up. We're dragging the feet behind us. So again, opposite knee, opposite arm. Push down through the arms, keep the head lifted. See the movement through the hips. See how much natural movement you can actually get through the hips, through the shoulders. I'll just show you one more time. Roll backwards. If you have knee problems and you want to try something a little bit different, we can try an alternative on our backs. So, from our supine position, pillow under the head if you need it, bend the knees up, keeping the back nice and neutral, just bringing the knees one at a time, gently up. We're keeping the back neutral so we're not flexing through the back. We're just going to see how far we can bring the knees in. And out. Not flexing through the back. And then the arms can come with us. We can flex the feet, so this is a bit like the rocking movement we were doing. Shoulder blades on the floor. And then when we start the crawling movement, alternates, we can bring the legs down. So we're going to take the shoulders, so we're going to bring a shoulder, the right shoulder up, the left leg up, and down. So it's a shoulder raise, a knee raise, and then down. So we're using the alternates on the body this way, but we're not loading through the knees or through the wrists. So you're getting that alternate feel, that contralateral movement through the body. And down. One last exercise you can try on your back. We're going to try this one on our knees as well. So bring the knees into double knee fold. As you exhale, you're just going to brace and really tense up or really tighten through the centre, through the core. Press down through the hands on the knees. Feel the shoulder blades stabilise. The back to a nice neutral position. and you're still breathing. You can hold it there. Stable shoulders, stable core, stable legs. And relax. I'll just show you that from the 4-point kneeling position. So you've had a little crawl around. You want to do a static crawl. This is a really, really great way if you can't move around. So from your 4-point kneeling, you're going to bring the opposite arm and leg. Everything comes forwards. Arm and knee. You can look at your knee. And then it all comes back. Take the head up. You can lift that leg a little bit. And then again, the knee's coming through to the opposite side. It wants to do that naturally, so that's fine. You round a little bit in the back, and then we'll bring it all back. Nice back extension. So really flow with it. You can inhale and exhale. Stretch the fingers. Make it a natural, flowing movement. If you want to just bring the leg through and then back, that's fine, whatever feels good for you. Just a couple more this side. And change sides. So bring everything forwards. And then back. Slow it down, get the movement going first, make sure you're happy with your movement before you ramp it up a little bit. So inhaling and exhaling. And again. Nice movement. I'll just do a couple more this side. And bring it down. Tuck the toes under, have a go. A little core stability now. We did this one on our backs. We'll try it in 4-point kneeling. Toes under, stabilise through the shoulders, look ahead. And then just lift the knees. And just hold it there. Notice what you're feeling through the body. Through the shoulders, through the core, through the legs. And bring it down. You might want to do that again. Or you might want to just hinge back and relax. Remember, this is your relax. When you find hinging back difficult, bolster through the legs or do what feels right for you. I like this. Breathe deep into the side of the rib cage and just take a breather. Okay, coming back onto your backs again now. Paddle to the head if you need to. And settle the body down. Fingertips on the hip bones. We'll start with a little pelvic tilt. Little pelvic rock. Loosening up the lower back. Noticing what's happening through the body. We're going to do some bridging in a second, which is going to really stabilise you through the centre. Really feel nice and strong through the centre. It's a little bit different than the bridging we've done before. So for this exercise, what I want you to do, I want you to just take up your toes. See how the back feels. If the back's feeling a little bit dodgy today, or you really feel as though this isn't the exercise for you, just stick to the pelvic rocks and a very small lift. Okay? So what we're going to do, take up the toes. This makes us really stabilise through the torso. So we're on the heels. We're just going to activate through the glutes slightly, activate through the centre. So I used to teach inwards and upwards. It's not a sucking in movement. It's more of a bracing movement through the body. So when you brace and you feel strong through the centre, you should feel that strength through the sides, the back, all the way around. So you're feeling nice and strong. It's a little bit of a bracing out. So once you've got that movement, that position, practice that if you're not sure what you're doing, but you want to be nice and strong through the centre before we try this. It's quite a simple movement, but if you've got the right movement, it makes it all very different. So strong through the centre, a little squeeze of the glutes. And now I'm just going to lift the whole centre up, keeping that strength through the centre. Doesn't matter how high you come, the toes are up still. Keep the hands down to start with to help you stabilise. Once you've got a little bit of stability and you feel okay, you could lift the arms up, but you've still got to keep that strength through the centre. We're holding it there, we've got strength through the glutes, and I'm just going to let it come down. Relax the toes down. Notice how that felt. And again, lifting up the heels, strength through the centre, strength through the glutes, and lift. Holding through the arms in the air if that feels okay. Keeping strong through the centre. If you bring your hands to the side of the body, you should feel that strength. I'm still breathing, the glutes are switched on, and I'm bridging up. I'm just holding it. And bring it down. We'll just do one more of those. There's lots of places you can go with this exercise, but for now we'll just do this version. So again, toes up, brace through the centre. You feel the strength, you feel the stability through the shoulders when we do that. And strong through the glutes, and then lift. And you're going to keep that strength as you lift. It's not about how high you lift, it's about keeping that core connection, that strength, everything switched on through the hips. If you feel a little bit of it's too much for you, just bring the toes down, keep switched on, bring it down a little bit, make it a small movement. You can just bring up an inch or two off the floor and still get the same effect. Okay, relax. Let the legs relax a little bit for the next exercise. We're bringing the legs now into double knee fold if you can manage it. So just get the legs ready for double knee fold. If double knee fold is not something you're able to do, we can do a one leg version of this, which I will show you in a second. So we're going to bring the legs into double knee fold. Knees over hips. We're going to bring the hands into the tops of the knees. And again, that bracing position, just pushing into the knees. We can do it with one hand, one leg down. So pushing in and still breathing. Hands on the outside of the knees or the thighs. And I'm going to exhale, press into those hands, pushing into the hands, blocking with the hands. Feel the strength through the centre. And on the insides, push into the hands, hands pushing to the knees, feeling strong. And the last one, of course, one leg you can do this diagonal, so pressing the diagonal opposite hand into the opposite leg, and again, activating through the core, really feeling that core switching on. And again, do the legs up. Okay, bring the legs down. I was preparing this for the next exercise. I've heard this exercise called the dead bug exercise, because it like a little dead bug on your back crawling around. Really, really good exercise. This is one that I do every day, and it's really great for switching on everything through the centre. So, bring the legs up into double knee fold. I'm going to do it a little bit different so you can't cheat. We're going to bring the hand up to the opposite leg so that the knee doesn't come too far forwards and cheat. You can do this with one leg down, one leg up, if you need to. We'll do it from double knee fold to start with. So take the right hand to the left thigh or knee, press into there, press, feel strong, and then the opposite arm and leg come out. You don't have to have it too low with the arm or the leg. Feel switched on through the centre, through the back muscles, bring it back. Left hand to right thigh. Feel that pressure before you release the opposite two sides. So of course, the lower you take the leg and the arm, the more the core has to work to stay stable. You're the judge of that one. So get the flow, get the movement. Make sure the knee doesn't come too close to the body, it makes it a little bit too easy. And then the arm comes out, the leg comes out together, pressing through. Once you get the flow, you can go a little bit quicker. You can still breathe with this exercise. You're feeling really strong through the centre. Do as many of these as you can keep that really nice movement. And again, you can play around with the tempo. So a little bit quicker, sometimes be a little bit easier, a little bit slower, a little bit more difficult. Have a play around. Bring the knees in, take a breather. Bring the knees down, hands on the rib cage, and just relax down. Relax the belly completely now. Breathe into the belly, let the belly relax, and feel the belly rise and fall. You work really hard with the stomach and core, keeping really strong. So now's the time just to relax off that belly. And sometimes this is quite difficult to do when you've been working through those muscles, but relaxation is a real good part of natural movement. You've got to know when to relax and when to activate. So really relaxing the belly. Okay, moving the hands, moving the fingers. Just come up to seated now. I'm just going to finish with a hip roll. A little bit of a different hip roll. And then standing again. So lying down, legs together, arms out. A little bit of movement through the shoulders, palms down, palms up, palms down, palms up. Getting the roll through the shoulders. And then taking the legs from side to side. Getting the movement through the hips. We're going to take the legs to the left. We're going to take the head to the opposite side of the knees. Look at the upturned hand. Opposite hand comes down. Inhale, we're going to turn the arms. We're going to take the legs over. We're going to look at the upturned arm, hand. Hold it there. Inhale, turn the arms, press down through the palm, the back of the hand, legs come to the opposite side, head comes to look at the upturned palm. So we're getting a nice rotation through the arms, through the legs, it's a whole body twist. A little press down, and a couple more. Waking up the whole body, really moving through the whole body, through the spine, through the arms, joining everything together. One more each side, using the breath, inhaling and exhaling. And just one more. Bring the legs back to centre, give them a little hug. We're going to come up to standing now, just to finish off. Making your way to standing. Little stretch through the calf muscles to start with. So come into that lunge position again. This time keep the back heel down. Hips forward. You can use a wall for this exercise if you're at home, pressing into the wall. Nice neutral back. Lunging forwards, feeling the stretch down the back of the calf muscle. Change sides. Pressing on the walls, really good too. Just a little side we're taking the right leg behind the left. You can do this exercise stood up. If you can bring the leg back, that's fine. We're going to hold through the waist, then we're going to take the arm up, keep the shoulder down, and once we're up, we're going to come over to the side, stretching down the whole side of the body, and back. Just do one more of these. Lengthen up and over, and breathe. We're going to change legs now. We'll do the other side. I like to put my hand on the waist so I can keep a nice long waist. Lengthen up through the arm. Drop the shoulder in the shoulder socket still. And then come over. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Keep the feet on the ground. The shoulder back. Breathe. Feel the stretch. One more. And again. And that completes for today, folks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Thank you.